Welcome back to more Pokemon Light 2. So, last time, we went through the Dream Yard, we caught Latios, and in Black 2 caught Latios. And yeah, that's mainly it. Unfortunately, I realized just now that, I actually forgot to save after I caught Latios. So, I basically just replayed that part. I didn't really do anything differently to the final episode, so not I haven't been doing very good with videos lately, haven't I? But anyway, let's do better today though. So yeah, I did mention last time that I want more super repels, so let me do that. This should be the final batch that we need, so there we go. And yeah, of course we did gain levels. I'll show everyone's levels just in case. Because yeah, I did do the big thing with Small Core just now. All but Antonia and Serena gain a level. Serena did gain a level from battling in the Junior, but that should have been shown on the final video, so that's no problem. Rowan also gained a level during that too, I believe, or at least got close, I think. And then the only notable line was a Max Fire from a Doctor, so yeah. So yeah, that'll be that for the notes there, so yeah. Let's go to the John Avenue, the Wangon obviously, and we're gonna go buy some more stuff. Here's again, like I said, yeah, I'm preparing something kind of big actually. I think once we've explored like every area and all that's really left is the big battles of the game, I'm thinking we're gonna do some big moveset overhauls for pretty much everyone, so yeah, that should be fun. And I think, yeah, once that does happen, that's when I'm probably going to use my some PP maxes, so yeah. And I'm looking forward to that, so yeah, and that's probably also where I'll redo Ronin's EVs as well, so yeah. And you got a Skull Fossil, very nice. So yeah, so that's going to be one of the plans, and we're almost done actually, because yeah, all we really need to do is explore Route 1 and the routes that are connected to it, so yeah. Route 17 and 18 I believe, so yeah. And then yeah, on that, yeah, we basically explored everywhere then, so yeah. After that, that's when I'm thinking I'm going to do the moveset overhauls, so yeah. So that should be a lot of fun. And yeah, again, I'm very much looking forward to that, so yeah. There we go, that's all the items. Let's buy some more berries. And yeah, again, like I said last time, yeah, I got an interesting part lined up, so yeah. And yeah, I guess I'll mention something else too. I just beat my next game. I just beat Covey and Pokemon Land, so yeah. I mean, today I'm gonna be seeing what we're gonna be experiencing next. It could be me playing the game, it could be a brother, we shall see. So yeah, that should be exciting to learn about. And yeah, I probably will talk about it on my next set of videos, so yeah. So there we go. Let's enter the raffle here. And get an Ultra Ball, not bad. But yeah, I have been getting some points for this, so yeah, it should get to rank 10 at some point, we shall see. As if I want to, you know, that is if I want to, you know, keep doing John Avenue stuff during like the weekdays and stuff, we shall see. And I'll buy some more here. If saying they get 10, that means that yeah, we'll have more than enough to get rid of we should have more than enough to get rid of the the EVs on the run I'm thinking about, so yeah. And I'll probably do it around the same time I do the moveset changes as well, so yeah. And yeah, the last one. There we go. Alright, so with that done, let's head out. So our first stop of the day it's going to be Driftveil. So, let's fly. And yeah, again, my levels, yeah, they're pretty good. I think we are going to get to the point where I outlevel, I think, most of the trainers in the game. So yeah, so that's kind of neat, I guess. This goes to show how good the big things Swordcourt are now, so yeah. Anyway, I think it's time we battle Hugh once again, and yeah, we'll lead Antonio, even though I'm pretty sure that he leads a Pokemon Antonio's not good against. What? Team Pass 11, they Pokemon behind 1v5. I'm helping find their real trainers, that side. Says here, Shab, battle with me before you go. Here I come. Yeah, this is a daily rival battle, and yeah, this is the strongest team that you get, so yeah. So, let's have a fun battle against him. Because yeah, we're coming to the end of our journey, makes sense that we have another battle with him. He leads with Unpleasant, obviously, so yeah. And considering he's level 68, it does mean that, yeah, you could do this pretty early on then. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna go in the Serena, I think. I don't think any has Stone Edge yet, but I might anyway. So we'll see. So he goes the Aerial Ace, obviously. And yeah, now I'll go for the Stone Edge. So there we go. And there we are. Not too bad, and yeah, we can U-turn. Maybe get Antonio back into the mix. Same as Flygon. Flygon's actually really scary, so yeah, I definitely want to try and take it out immediately. It does have, I believe, the Dragon Gem boosted Draco Meteor, so yeah. Just want to take out there because he has Hold Iron Slow's Pokemon, so that's why I'm going to be a bit careful. Superior comes out. Hey, this is a good opportunity for Antonio to make some noise, so yeah. So go for the U-turn. To do quite a lot of damage there. Yeah, so he's probably either going to go for a Coil or he's going to go for a Grass type move. That's what I feel like, or even an Aqua Tail. And he goes the least on them, but my Pokemon seems to be in pain. My partner's pain is my pain, so I go for the X-Scissor. And there's the full Restore. So yeah, that's not too bad. Now we can go for the good old X-Scissor. To do quite a lot of damage, but yeah, he actually has a Focus Sash on this. So yeah, that's definitely one reason to get Stealth Rock. We might be seeing a lot of Focus Sashes coming up, so yeah. But there we go. Next up is Simisear. I feel like I can one-shot this, but again, every time I try something like this, yeah, it just doesn't end well, but let's find out. The answer is, yeah, there we go, we got the crit this time, so that's not too bad. And Electros comes out, most likely going for the fire move here. I definitely don't think I can one-shot this, so yeah. I'm gonna go for Vitro once again against the Electros. Yes, I think Dragon Pulse will be more than enough, so yeah. Yeah, this one, yeah, I don't think much is going to stop my team, so yeah, again, probably I should have done some of these battles a lot earlier in the post-game, but that's okay. Again, for some reason I was scared, I mean, though, yeah, my team is really good. I don't know what I was thinking there, but anyway, I must admit. And yeah, Bufalon. As they mentioned, yeah, one train I didn't want to battle earlier because I thought they would be too much for me at that point. We'll find out. But yeah, I think, yeah, Rival here, yeah, I definitely could have taken them a lot earlier than this, but that's okay. Jizzax said that you're really drawing forth your Pokemon's power. He gets a pretty decent amount too. I suppose that's it. Believing in battles is strength. The believing that your Pokemon will come back and wait for its return is also strength. Doing what you think is right, no matter what anyone says. Like these guys do, is strength too. Brian, come out tomorrow. I'll take you on again. That's my way of saying thanks. That's really cool. So yeah, another thing that got me reminded too, I think, yeah, I like Gen 4's rival, and one reason why is, yeah, they actually do continue to level up. I think that's a really neat thing in the battle result, is where you can do the rematch. I think that's really neat. It'd be cool to see, you know, Auras do that, because something what Legend ZA did, where, yeah, at the end of the game, everyone's level 100, yeah. You don't need to do that. Anyway. That's definitely something I could talk about. The XP thing is, I think it's one reason why I'm not thrilled to playing BDSP is, again, unlike Platinum, everyone gains EXP, which, again, that's not a bad thing, but I feel like it kind of defeats the point of some of the changes, I guess. Next up, we want to go to, actually, Nimbasa, so we're kind of going back and forth here. is again, they do update the movesets, which apparently is a good thing. I mean, it is, but I think it's a good thing. But again, they don't have the Platinum Pokemon, which is a bit of a shame. And then, because again, I think the changes that the teams had in Platinum were really good, even though not a lot of trainers changed. I feel like, yeah, again, I just kind of like put a team, and then, yeah, of course, since everyone gains the XP, it doesn't have the same challenge factor that Platinum had as well, so, yeah. But anyway, I don't think Antonio's, actually, no, maybe Antonio is a good lead against this guy, but anyway, this battle here is a bit special, so, I saw the Charon. I heard that he met Pokemon trainer called N. I'm sorry why I'm here though, would he battle me? It reminded me of Theo, that makes me excited about this Pokemon battle. Yeah, this rival battle thing, I must admit, has definitely grown on me quite a bit. But anyway, we have another one person here. So we're buying Charon, but this time he's using his black and white team, the same team he used against Theo. So yeah, in his final battle. So yeah. So anyway, let's do the same thing we did last time. Let's go to the Stoner Chair and try to take him out. And yeah, we took him out before, we can take him out again. So there we go. And yeah. Charon does have a pretty cool team, and yeah, he has a Samurott. And yeah, it's actually lower level than Bolt's Ace Pokemon, interesting enough, so yeah. Because he does get the Chantro boost, but again, yeah, there's another battle that I probably should have done earlier, but there is a good reason why I'm doing this one now as well, so yeah. So I go for the Leaf Blade. And yeah, if you can't tell, yeah, the black and white, or if you can't remember or then watch my black and white paper, yeah, he has a Samurott because, yeah, I started with, I actually forgot he had the Focus Sash, but yeah, I should have remembered. I should have probably U-turned first, so yeah. I don't know why I didn't think to do that, so yeah. So he's probably gonna Forest Store. You know what, this is kind of funny, I kind of want to use the Ronin against his Samurott. So let's do that. I'll use everything that I learned in my life until now. So yeah, let's go for the Mega Horn. See how much damage you can do that, considering we're not fully invested in attack, but we do have the Nolly nature. Yeah, I picked Emboar for the black and white playthrough. And yeah, again, the main reason why is I didn't want to use Samurott in black and white one, and I wanted to use Superior in the black playthrough. So yeah, so we go. Took out the Samurott. See, he also has a Sash, so that's another reason to run Slowpoke. Anyway, here comes Simisage, but yeah, I think Rowan can tank this, or take this, I should be saying, with the Ice Beam. In fact, yeah, Rowan actually does well against the rest of his Pokemon too, so yeah, that's pretty neat. And yeah, Gigalith's coming out. I'll go for the Waterfall, see if he can get the flinch, but I think he's actually going to try and put the Stealth Rocks, so let's see. But yeah, he did. He used his team in Victory Road. There was a post-game battle. I can't remember when I did. I feel like it was either early on or late on. And yeah, he has leftovers on this. Yeah, again, taking on this guy quite early in the post-game can be quite the challenge. And yeah, he is available as soon as you do reach the post-game, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Anyway, there we go. Not bad. And here comes the Haxorus. So yeah, let's go for the Ice Beam here. And that should be it. This is also a Dragon Gem, Dragon type Pokemon, much like Bolt. So there we go. Thank you, really great. And yeah, the only way to do this battle is Memory Link. So yeah. So yeah, that's how he has the same style he had back then. It's really cool that, yeah, again, he still keeps this team around. It's a really neat feature of the Memory Link system, so yeah. I told it Theo here before. We'll have our own brand of strength, people and Pokemon both. The strength to make our dreams reality, the strength to protect what we hold most dear. That's what I said. I was thinking about how I hope N could see the same thing, but during our battle, I can understand something. During his journey, N also saw what we saw. If I tell this story, V will probably be happy. Thank you. Alright. So yeah, let's go to Accumula Town now. And yeah, let's heal up. Well, that, yeah. Well earned battle right there, so yeah. Alright, good stuff. So yeah, now we're gonna go check out Route 1. So yeah, let's do that. Here we are, back in Route 1. So yeah, there's two Pokemon to talk about. One's actually not on this part of Route 1, but yeah. You can find Scrafty in the Dark Grass now. Again, Scrafty is a very good Pokemon, so yeah, that's definitely something I could recommend. Again, good coverage moves, good type, very good bulk-wise. It's a very solid fine type Pokemon. Again, I did use it in my practice playthrough, it did quite well. Did what you need to throughout that playthrough, so yeah, and yeah, Drain Punch is obviously a really cool addition. Anyway, I was actually wrong about what the frickin' Sword Pokemon is, it's Farfetch'd. So yeah, let's get actual Farfetch's info. I got the info for a different Pokemon for some reason, so yeah. Anyway, Farfetch is considered kind of a joke Pokemon. It has a gimmick, but yeah, it's not like the best gimmick in the world because it does have the stats. You're headed for the tune-up of Pokemon, are you? When you have a bit of fun first. Alright, so yeah, the thing about Farfetch, it has no good stats at all. Its best stat is its 65 attack, so yeah, everything else is lower than that, so yeah. The thing about this Pokemon is that it has the Stick Iron, which increases its crit rate. It learns a lot of high crit moves like Slash and Leaf Blade, and it can also set up stuff with, you know, Sword Stance. So again, that's kind of the idea. And Agility too, so actually it's both. And yeah, even has Acrobatics in this game too, which is really neat too, so yeah. But again, like I said, the stats, yeah, they're gonna let it down very hard. It also gets Brave Bird too, so they can even still use the Held Line, which is very important for it actually, so yeah. So again, like I said, yeah, it's just, yeah, hard Pokemon to recommend because, yeah, it's a normal flying type with really bad stats, and there's a lot of normal flying types, so yeah, that's just kind of the deal with it. So yeah. Again, not a great Pokemon, but it will get better actually in the next game because they gave it a stat boost, and it had a stat boost to its attack, and it actually had a really, really good niche in that game, so yeah. So that'd be something fun to talk about another time. Anyway, yeah, not really going over it in too much detail because, again, like I said, the stats just really let it down, even though, again, the playstyle is, you know, there, because, again, it gets, I did mention Slash, Leaf Blade and Night Slash are also there. Not a Pokemon could defeat without trying. Those are egg moves, though. And then, yeah, the Mewtwo's don't really help either, to be honest. And yeah, that's mainly it. So again, Farfetch, not a great Pokemon. That's our only new encounter here, so yeah, we have a lot of trainers, so. So yeah. So let's get Serena here. Yeah, I've used a lot of fossils, I'm pretty sure you're going to be using a lot of fossils too. So let's take you on. That's exactly what they sound like. They sat on the road with only the backpacks on their backs, and the poke on their Pokeballs. But yeah, this is definitely showing charge mode, making the game a bit easier, because again, if I really wanted to, you know, make things a bit harder, I would go normal or easy for the big sense swap. I'd still get a bit of EXP, but obviously not much, and then obviously I won't run away with the levels, but again, I just kind of want to go through the whole game with challenge mode, so it's fine. As again, the extra experience you get, I think, makes a big difference. Especially because, yeah, I don't think there's too much resistance, you know, against that, so yeah. And like I said, yeah, not getting a big Cecil will probably, you know, help a lot too, but that's okay. Again, it's still a good place to go to, obviously, because again, you obviously get items, obviously, so yeah. To get the Kratos, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what your last Pokemon's gonna be, so yeah. And you got a lot of fossil transfer, which is pretty neat, so yeah. Anyway, character custom. Yeah, so the weird thing is that, yeah, again, you'd think, you know, with the rare banding XP, it'd be very hard to still gain levels. Not really, to be honest. I guess it does help that, you know, trainers are, you know, not too far behind me. I wish I could pack someone to my backpack too. So again, yeah. If it was a bit... I mean, one interesting thing they could have done is made the rubber banding more harsh on challenge mode. Like, yeah, if you're like... I don't know, 5 levels above, then yeah, your EXP really gets cut. Although, yeah, I don't really like the idea of that. It kind of reminds me of level caps and some Pokémon hacks, so yeah, I'm not really sure if I like that. Anyway, there's also a lot of watch shots in this route. Again, Ultra Ball. Yeah. 2 years ago, Theo, a trainer from November, did some amazing things, including battling Team Plasma and saving Unova. I was the one who told that trainer that wild Pokemon hide in the tall grass. Then you can battle or catch a wild Pokemon there. So you could say that I'm not one of the people who say Unova too. That's kind of neat. Is your Pokemon feature right? If there's room in your back, I'll give you this. Put in your bag some medicine case. Of course, a good old potion. If Pokemon safety decreases, they no longer have the energy to fight. So don't push your Pokemon too and let them rest often. I like to land all the Pokemon beyond it too. Alright, so yeah, we got another battle coming up here, and yeah, I think I will lead with Ronan for this. Hey! I have fond memories of this place. One day, Theo, Cher, and I all gathered right here and took the first step of our adventure. It's a very special spot. Hey Theo, let's all take our first step on Route 1 together. 1, 2. That's what I said. Hey, while we're here, have a Pokemon battle me. Talking about Theo put me in the mood for a Pokemon battle. And yeah, as you probably said, yeah, Bianca also gets a Memory Link battle too, but this one's actually forced on you, interesting enough. Sharon, yeah, you actually had to talk to him to battle him, so yeah. Anyway, of course, she's going to be used with the team she used against Theo in Black and White, starting off with a stout one with Intimidate. So, let's go for the good old Surf. So again, yeah, as you can probably tell, yeah, my idea for this part is, yeah, we fight all the rivals, so yeah. And he actually takes it and goes for Wild Charge, so yeah, how much damage is that going to do? Pretty respectable amount, to be fair. Probably going to be going for the Forestall here, so yeah, her gimmick, just like last time. Still, that's fine, which is fine. Her gimmick, like last time, is that she uses, all the Pokemon actually have Return on them, which is pretty neat. She gave us Return at the very beginning of this game, so I guess that's very fitting. I'll just go for the Waterfall and then we'll go for the Surf next turn. And you can see how much damage got decreased by the Intimidate there, and Waterfall being not as strong. And also, yeah, stats being pretty much equal in attacking stats, so yeah. And there we go. Take that out, get level 83. And what we got now is Superior, so yeah. This is her starter, obviously, so yeah. And also our rival starter, now I think about it. Let's be a bit careful. Let's go for Antonia again. Now, yeah, the only problem with this stuff is obviously, yeah, it's actually very difficult to see an Endor or the Tepic line in general, so yeah. Max this up. He's also a higher level than Sharon, which I was not expecting, but anyway, let's go for Exit there. He does have the defense boost now, though, so we shall see what that does. It doesn't help him, unfortunately, so there we go. And yeah, this one doesn't have the Focus Sash, and Chandelure comes out. But I do have a Shadow Claw, so let's try that. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to be keeping Shadow Claw, but I guess we'll find out later. Antonia is a bit more specific than my other Pokemon, so again, that's kind of why I'm thinking maybe I won't worry too much about coverage as much. So I'll go for Leaf later. And there's definitely a lot of things I could do in Antonia though, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be thinking about that. Take out the sim report, Mean Shell comes out. I do really like her too. She's a lot of Pokemon that I also like as well. So yeah, there's the fake out. Yeah, definitely. Mean Shell's definitely one Pokemon that I really wish I could use for this playthrough, but again, it is in more games, so I'm not too fussed. So yeah, I could definitely use an X1 if I really wanted to. So yeah, for example, and finally Mushana. So yeah, we're gonna go for the X's here and try to take it out. And yeah, that should be good. So there you are. Thank you for having a battle with me. It was a lot of fun. T, you're so tough. You're just like Theo. Okay, I just had to remember what I felt like back then and work hard too. Thanks, C. And here we are, where it all started. In our Unova journeys. Yeah, Zinc here. What's going on in this house, I wonder? Looking around there. Did you find the friend you were looking for? Was his name something like Gun? Huh? Excuse me. How embarrassing. Make a mistake a visitor for my own child. You're Rohan? I knew it. You look just like her. I know your mom. I met her when she was working at the Pokemon Center and I was a trainer. That's right, hiya Pokemon. You always look and let them rest her. Now, how are your Pokemon? Let them rest her for a moment. Yeah, I should actually obviously heal your Pokemon. Maybe I should go on a journey to go find my child. Oh, but I would feel really bad if they stopped by while I was gone. Yeah, I kind of get to see, you know, Johto vibes. You also get King's Rock here. And yeah, if you got, like, trophies here, which I think you get from the Battle Subway, they would appear here in this game too. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of, yeah, how sad going to Red's house was in the Johto games. I think it does feel like, yeah, you know, kid grew up and now is, you know, off journeying. This kind of gives me a similar vibe as well, so yeah. Now on my next birthday, Professor Juniper is going to give me a Pokemon as a present. I'll get a Pokedex too, of course. Maybe I'll grow up to be a Pokemon Professor or a champion. I haven't decided yet, but I'll pick my own Juniper soon. I don't know, it kind of hits me a little bit too. I must admit. Anyway. And I haven't left my mom yet, but I don't plan to anytime soon, I think, so yeah. The power sign's amazing. I can use it for to trade Pokemon at battles, all in the blink of an eye. Of course, we've got other Protex. We've got Bianca's house. Oh, see, we also receive a Pokedex from Professor Juniper. That doll of mine looks at Pokedex every chance she gets. She's always going on about the many Pokemon and many memories it contains. I see, so you're on a Pokemon journey too. Quite impressive, and with your parents too. Always living together as a family, and now not having you around. I'll bet, no, I'm sure, they're worried about you out on your own. Be sure to tell them all about what happened to your travels. And I'll see Bianca stream. And Sharon's house. That Ashesha City's gym badge you had there. Wow, see the first challenge of my son's gym. Thanks. So gymming about challenges is Nori Trina. In other words, thanks to you, Sharon became a real gym leader. Let me give you this as thanks. And we got good old berry juice. Traveling is great. You encounter so much you've never seen and many things you don't yet understand. For each new thing you came across, you grow and change a little bit more. Oh my, you resemble Theo somehow. Your name's Rani? Say, wow, you have Pokedex too. Everyone grows up like this now, don't they? Yep. And of course, Sharon's room as well. Alright. Let's go to where our main objective is here. The lab. Finally get to meet Professor Juniper once again. Powerful. Hi, hello. Thanks for coming clear out here. It's surprising how far November Town is from a Switch City doing free. You take Sky Bridge at Cal Pokemon. On that note, how's it going? Can I see it? So you've seen 282 Pokemon in the region. As an exit Pokedex, it'll more be full. Keep up the good work. As something I'd be delighted to give you if you meet every Pokemon resident near the Pokedex. Check every corner to reach a Pokemon. Do your best. Yeah, that's our next objective, or at least one of our next objectives. Our indoor is a picture of those two Professor Jumpers. And over here we got the Shinshino from the intro. It was kind of funny. Hey Ryan, I mean lots of Pokemon. There really are lots of Pokemon in the universe and the rest of the world. I made the habitat list so people would know that. I'll bet you're here because you're here to show me your Pokedex is coming on, right? I see, you've got 82 Pokemon then. Not bad. First, you might want to revisit the place you've already been. Retrace your steps in the universe to see what new Pokemon turn up. That's right, I completely forgot to give you this in the spiritual. Here, this is the Super Rod. So now we have a new way of carrying Pokemon by fishing. This Super Rod, you can catch fish or live underwater. Here, I'll read you the instructions. First, face the water and cast. Second, concentrate. When the Pokemon bites, you'll see a quick exclamation mark. That means start reeling in. So cool. And yeah, there's actually a Pokemon that only appears on Route 1's waters. This is definitely a bit difficult to show everything, because again, some of these Pokemon can be found on various routes, is the thing. So yeah. So honestly, not the easiest thing to talk about with the fishing, but I'll do my best. So yeah. But yeah, next up, yeah, we're going to be talking about all the fishing encounters. There's a lot, so yeah. I'm probably going to speed through them a little bit, talking about the main things I remember of the Pokemon, so yeah. But some Pokemon I might give a bit more highlight to, so yeah. So of course, one thing we probably should do is register that fishing rod, so yeah. And also I'll put repel, because yeah, how you use the fishing rod in this game is that, yeah, you want to, what you really want to do is, yeah, you want to fish in rippling water, because yeah, the quality of the fishing encounters is going to be a lot better. So let's see if we can find at least one Pokemon in the rippling water. I think this Pokemon 2 is quite rare if I fish normally, so that's another reason I want to try the rippling water. So yeah, that's the next stop of Route 1. That's where you can find Scrappy in the dark grass if you want it, so yeah. Let's see if we can find this rippling water. Obviously, it should just, appear, but anyway. But yeah, again, fishing's definitely very strange, because again, in all the Pokemon games, there was something that, kept upgrading as you went along. Sometimes the Super Rod was in the post-game too. And in Gen 4. But yeah, I did like fishing quite a bit, because yeah, it meant that, yeah, there's a way to get Water-type Pokemon, really good Water-type Pokemon, normally a bit earlier, because again, you couldn't obviously surf, so... Alright, here we go. Super Rod. Landed it. There you go. So yeah, like I said, this is what you want to do to get the best quality Pokemon, like Feebas, so yeah. And the levels can be quite high too, depending on, what you fish up as well, so yeah. Hey, I'll quick pull the Feebas. I should mention something about Latios. It got caught in one Dustfall, so I'm kind of glad that I didn't re-record that part, to be honest, because I kind of liked, the topic I talked about, so yeah. Anyway, though, I guess I could have talked about it in the next section, kind of, but we only have, one left, I think, so yeah. It's a shabby and ugly Pokemon, however, it's very hardy and can survive in little water, so I guess, yeah, since we called it, we'll talk a little bit about Feebas. So, Feebas, yeah, as the Pokemon essentially states, it's not very good. Unlike its counterpart Magikarp, though, it actually does learn moves via Egg Move and Mood Tutor. Actually, no, I mean, I don't know if Magikarp actually gets Egg Moves. I mean, Gyarados doesn't really need Egg Moves, but hey. But yeah, this Pokemon does get Egg Moves. Some of them are decent, like the Dragon-type moves and Hypnosis, even Miracle. But yeah, of course, doesn't really learn anything, only really gets very basic HMs, or TMs, sorry. Has Swiss and possibly. But anyway, though, Milotic, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Milotic, though, that's definitely what you're aiming for. So, let me move my Pokemon again. Antonio's obviously going to be quite high up there. And that will work. So, yeah, I'm actually going to go back to November turn, I think, because, yeah, Like I said, I think for the next part, yeah, we're going to be starting Route 17 and Route 18, I think. So yeah, I mean, that's what I want to do. So, touchdown here. I don't need to say just yet. Alright, so yeah, Magic, yeah, again. Very good Pokemon. It doesn't have competitive yet. Maska, though, is a very good ability, though. Means it can switch to status and struggle up quite well. Learns some decent moves, fear level up, like Refresh, for example, and Recover. So, obviously, very good sustain. It's just that, yeah, it's definitely a very good wall Pokemon, but doesn't really learn that many offensive moves. So, yeah, I recommend thinking about those defensive moves. For offense, though, Scald is a really good boon alongside Ice Beam. Pretty much every Martek wants those moves. And then, yeah, for Ekmu or Mewtwo moves, it doesn't really get much else. And then, yeah, the stats, obviously 100 special attack and 125 special defense are the main standouts. 79 defense and 95 HP are also pretty good. And again, if you got the burn, you have Mars skill active too, yeah, it's quite a hard Pokemon to take down, especially with Recover on its side. Then, yeah, 81 speed. Martek is definitely a very interesting Pokemon that's additional, so it is cool to encounter it and not, how you encounter it in older games, let's just say. So yeah, this is probably one of the easiest ways to get it. And of course, yeah, they have a new evolution method for it where you trade the feedback to the prison scale. Still a bit annoying, but maybe not as annoying as, maxing its beauty, so yeah. Anyway, that'll be everything then, so yeah. Next on, we have a lot more fishing cards to talk about. Like I said, I'm probably going to speed through most of these. Because, again, not all the Pokemon are that worth talking about. Some of them are a little bit, but yeah. That's just kind of how I want to do things, so yeah. Because, again, there's a lot. It's quite a lot of new Pokemon you can now find with the rods, so yeah. Anyway, though, I look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.